Welcome back, everyone. In just less than half an hour ago, both President Buhari and Trump have addressed a joint press conference. They met and they discussed issues relating to security, economic cooperation, and other issues have been raised. The United States President asked Buhari about what he had done with the issue of kidnapped Nigerian girls. Both presidents addressed a press conference in Washington, D.C. earlier today, and that takes our attention tonight on the program. Several issues on the table. My panel tonight, a seasoned Nigerian lawmaker, former federal lawmaker, Senator Reuben and a former presidential media advisor, Dr. Reuben. Thank you so much for your time on the program. You were going to conclude on the thought of what the impression you have about what the United States is giving to Nigeria in terms of military aid and assistance, Senator Mamora.
Yeah, particularly, within the context of the not too salutary comments and in terms of the process, but at least the urgency that the situation really demands. So those aircrafts, and you could see that one of the journalists was asking the question as to when these aircrafts will be really arrive here. That's another thing. Because
are you impressed with the president's outing today?
Yes, I am.
With his response to some of the questions, especially when he was asked about the comment of the United States president on the issue, on the comments he made about some African countries.
Oh yes, I mean, I think that's quite commendable, because look, he needed to be careful, because he didn't quite, get that from President Trump himself. That's just what the media reports, said, and so he would rather be silent on it. And I think that's quite an intelligent response.
Well, some of the fears of a lot of Nigerians about this outing, are your fears one of those? Are you impressed about this outing of the president today?
Well, I saw the footage where President Buhari was discussing the herdsmen, the killings and all that with President Trump. And he again made this mistake of going back to Libya. I think somebody should tell President Buhari he should stop blaming outsiders. He's been elected president to deal with the issues, and he should deal with the issues. Gaddafi died about 6 years ago. So blaming Gaddafi for Nigerian problems misses the point. It beggars a question.
But does it take away the fact?
Second.
Does it take away the fact, Dr. Abati, that there is a post-crisis, and in the post-Gaddafi era, there is a crisis?
Yeah, no, but the way he presents it, the way he communicates it, is a problem. However, he did well in responding to the issue about President Trump's shithole countries. He avoided that. He said he would rather keep quiet, and I think that was brilliant. And I think so far on this visit, we have not had too many gaffes that will make Nigerians unhappy, because many Nigerians were expecting that there will be gaffes and all that. So he's been very careful. So this shows that perhaps he's been sensitive to the kind of comments that Nigerians have been making. But some of the issues raised by Senator Mamora, those are issues, presidents don't deal with details. Nigeria has something that is called the U.S.-Nigeria Binational Commission. So all those issues about agriculture, about terrorism, about the sale of aircraft, these are things that will have been dealt with at the level of the U.S. Binational Commission or interministerial meeting, right, before the two presidents coming out. Now, the speech that was presented by President Buhari, I mean, if I go on my laptop, I could pull up the speech. It sounds like the same thing that we said, when President Jonathan visited. So, in that regard, I think that certain issues have not been properly addressed, and I hope they will come out before the end of the visit. One about trade imbalance between Nigeria and the United States. I don't think we're doing enough in that regard. There was so much talk about agriculture, but Nigeria has not even taken advantage of the African Growth Opportunities Act. They call it AGUA. Has that been discussed? Two, there was a reference to the aircraft issue. Now, the aircraft issue, I hope President Trump is aware that that is controversial, and that the Senate, the National Assembly, has set up a committee that will be submitting a report on Wednesday about how President Buhari is allegedly guilty of an infraction of the Nigerian Constitution because he acted contrary to Section 80 of the Nigerian Constitution. I don't know whether that came up in their discussion. I think one issue that I have not seen yet, it may still come up, is about the coming elections. It's a few months to Nigeria's general elections. And I hope President Buhari assured President Trump that he's committed to free and fair election, to electoral integrity, and that whatever decision the Nigerian people opt for in 2019, that we abide by it.